You're going to sidekick. Jake, how are you? I think just white people suck. Certified love his puss, you know. Welcome to the show. You're faking cancer.
Yeah.
Certified pussy boy.
When I was 3, I got bit by a tick in my head, and then from the time that I was 3 to when I was 16, I was in and out of wheelchairs.
My name is Jacob Andrew Sharp. This is Jake Doolittle. Yes, Jake?
So you just changed the subject, but I was about to say something.
That's really...
So...
that's gonna be fine. But I gotta turn on my camera. Hold on. Hold on.
Good.
God, there's just... Alright, and if you want to be online and, like, make stuff, there's just so much stuff you gotta plug in, and it's super fucking annoying.
Yeah, my electricity bill before I started making videos was $50 a month, and now it just hit $170.
Whoa!
I have so many things plugged in, and they're never not plugged in.
See if that can be a tax write-off with YouTube.
I think it can.
That should be.
Yeah, I'm writing off basically everything.
I started writing off my nails.
That's pretty smart.
Pretty smart. It's gotta be in the video.
That's true. I'm gonna write off my circumcision.
Nice. Your adult circumcision?
Yeah.
That's what today's episode's all about.
It's about adult circumcisions?
Yeah. Are you cut?
I am.
Me too.
I was just thinking about this, and adult circumcisions I think is one of the worst decisions that anybody can make.
I think so too. Sorry, I'm adjusting stuff like crazy.
No, it's okay. You can just lean down on the ground and continue talking on a podcast.
Well, that's what I think you can do. You can do anything really. But I know guys that, and maybe that it's too much information to be talking about the what our penises look like. Okay. But I do think that like I'm very proud of being cut. I don't care, but I know that there's a lot of like very aggressive pride about being like, no, I'm never, like, my sons will never be cut, like I'm not doing anything, like, and there's a lot of people who like the feeling of like you've had something taken away from you, which I totally understand, and I know there's people, I mean, right, like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, something taken away from you?
Yeah, like there's dudes out there who are like, and I do understand that, yes, it's pretty crazy that we cut off a piece of a baby's penis.
Sure.
But I love it.
I think it's great.
I never had it before, so I don't know. I can't compare. But I think that as far as I know, I prefer this. But I don't understand fully when people are like, I want it back.
Yeah, I think it's just people who need something to complain about. The people who I know who are uncut hate it.
Really?
Yeah. They say it smells. They say that girls don't do things because they hate it so much.
Right, okay.
So I think it's I say chop it off, man.
Chop it off, yeah, man. Drop the top. Don't
be
like don't be like LeBron. Don't put in hair plugs. Just drop the top, man. Go bald.
Yeah.
Go bald. I had to do it twice in my life, so.
Oh, good.
Because now both of my heads are naked. They're cut.
What?
They're cut.
See, why did
I'm circumcised up top.
See, you chose to go bald on your head, and
I chose to have cancer. Yep.
So what is that about? Because you would think for someone young like you, why would you choose to shave off all your hair?
Well, someone did ask me if this is 100% serious. Someone did ask me if I was happy. Oh my God. Told Dean I was recording.
Yeah.
Calls me.
He does that all the time. He calls. So I answer it.
Hey man, I'm recording. Oh, that's an amazing shirt. That's really good. I'll show Jake.
Oh, that's the shirt that I told him to get.
Nice. He got it.
That's that's awesome, Dean.
So he got the shirt.
That's really great, buddy.
Nice collab. Yeah, there we go.
Good.
Well, we're talking about cancer, so we're gonna get back to that. Yeah, just want to perk us up with a Kobe and Shaq shirt from who the fuck knows. But love you, buddy.
Wait,
wow.
am I? That's the one that I'm wearing right now.
No way.
Yeah.
You're wearing the same shirt?
Yeah, we're twinsies.
Nice. I'm wearing a Newfoundland shirt with a puffin on it.
See,
which I guess is
like
kind of
your
the
shirt.
same. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So anyways, someone did ask me, they genuinely asked me if I am kind of happy I got cancer for the material I can now have in stand-up. And I understand what they were trying to say. But they said it when they were drunk, so I was angry that they said it, you know?
Sure.
Because whenever someone says it like that, I go, is that do you actually think that I would be genuinely pleased? Do you think that, now I go, oh, it was worth it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I get to make I have new material. I needed new material, so. So that's definitely something that, I've been asked seriously before. But, I did it because I was bored. I did it because in your mid-20s, you're like, all right, I'm getting close to 30. Well, yeah, I was already circumcised. I saw that I was balding, and I was like, I need an excuse.
Yeah.
I was losing my hair already, so I was like, I need to, before the widow's peak really comes in, let's make some people laugh.
God looked down upon you, and because you personally cut your penis flaps off. That's how he punished you, was with brain cancer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in the Lord's eyes, I am a sinner because of my lack of, like you said, penis flaps. I think that was your wording, right? Is that what you said? Penis flaps?
It's exactly what I
think
said.
we need to take it a step further and call it penis lips.
That's really good.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because that's kind of what it looks like sometimes.
Yeah, just like an old mouth.
Yeah, an old mouth, an anteater's snout, or I just did a video with Curtis about Mario, and that'll be out on Friday. But what's female Yoshi? Pink Yoshi, what's their name?
Birdo. Yeah.
Birdo's mouth is the same as an uncircumcised penis. I'll say it.
Birdo's got a hell of a mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. This is a weird start. Sorry, guys, but I guess today we're talking about the penis health, which I guess is important.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to get a catheter?
Not to my knowledge. I don't remember it.
Oh, okay.
But I did.
You did? Okay, you just don't remember.
Yeah, I was out while it was in and out.
Okay, well that's good, because I feel like for a child that's really traumatic.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm glad that you don't fully remember it, but
you know what sounding is?
Sounding?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's when you take different sized metal rods and shove them up your pee hole.
Oh yeah, it's like a fetish, right?
Yeah. So that's that's how I became a sounder.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Really cool.
I was young and I got a catheter.
No, I know, because I know people are into that, which worries me, because then I feel like your wiener really starts to look like Birdo after a while, like a really sad version of Birdo.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a tremendous pain. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not here. We're not here to kink shame. If pain's your thing, that's cool.
Mm.
And maybe I don't know. Here's some sexual health too, or just a story really. I can't do pain.
Oh no,
sexually.
No.
Hey, I'm super vanilla. I get that. I'm wearing blue jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah, I get that. I'm not that wild, and I know that some people are. That's cool. I can't handle pain in any manner. I don't like it. I don't like to see people in pain. And then it really doubled down for me when I got a catheter. Because the pain and I think the number one question, and hopefully people can relate to this if you've had surgery and you've had a catheter, and I don't know what it's like for someone with a vagina to get a catheter, but I know as far as for a penis, ouch. It like really, because they didn't tell, so my nurse, I guess it was a little bit different because I was in the COVID ICU when I had to get it, because I got it the day they found the tumor. So not only am I dealing with the fact that I have a brain tumor, but now I have to get a catheter, and she says it's just a small pinch, which is a lie. Yeah. That's a blatant lie. It's not a pinch. And everyone's like, because the number one question is like, well, like, you're soft, right? And I'm like, yes. No one's like, you're not going to get a boner and then get it. That's insane. Of course you're soft. You
also, the people giving the catheter are not
no, that's a great way to attractive. I don't know. Well, that
usually it's
that's not where I was gonna go.
Usually it's an older lady or an older guy who's
but
trying not to stare right into the eye of the cock,
But I'll say the people, the type of guys to get a boner in front of a healthcare professional, they're usually not like the pickiest people, and they're usually not like they're not like super kind or polite or considerate,
Yeah, those are the guys who like to get sounded.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how they start, kind of like yourself. But the pain of a catheter, unfortunately, going into your soft penis while you just found out you had a brain tumor, it distracts you from the fear of dying. But that's only because imagine putting spaghetti up spaghetti.
Sure. But hard spaghetti
but not that hard of spaghetti.
Right.
It's still a tube. And I have a catheter in my head now.
But it feels like you're putting a pen in there. Like
exactly.
It might as well be a ballpoint.
Yeah. Yeah, so uncooked spaghetti up cooked spaghetti.
Yes.
And then because people were like, well, how long did you have it in? I had a catheter in for a week and a half. I had it and just lying in a bed. One, because I had a craniotomy and I didn't know what was going on, but also the pain of nudging your catheter while you're sleeping. Nothing wakes you up quicker than that sharp pain.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, where does it go? Well, it's like a weird clear briefcase that just holds piss.
Which is great,
but you have to, I had to carry mine around and go if I had to go do something. It was like it was the weirdest time of my life. Cancer was number 2. Number 1 is catheter.
Did you have a bedpan?
No.
So you got up. Interesting.
I had to get up to go poo.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. It was awful.
Yeah.
And they and what was I about to say? I had a whole point to this.
Catheter. Had to go up to poop.
I had to get up to poop, and and the weirdest part is that you don't feel like you're peeing.
Right. Yeah.
That feeling goes away. No longer are you like, I have to go to the bathroom or I'm gonna piss myself.
Yeah.
It just happens. Like, it would be like, I don't know, like it'd be halfway through the day and I'd be like, this glass briefcase is filled with piss.
That's really interesting.
It's so weird. Because
you ever had to tube up your butt?
Yeah, I had to get, well, not a tube, well, I guess I had a camera up my butt.
I had a full tube, buddy.
For just poop? Like
for I had to have a colonic because my stomach is oh so fucked. So I had a colonic where they shoot water up your intestine, and then as it comes down, it takes the shit out of your body and tries to sort of refresh your system.
So it's like it's like whole. So it's like pumping the crap out of you.
Yeah. And it's one tube, so it goes. And actually, I had mine done with coffee.
So it's an enema almost, but like
yes, but this one was really sucking. You know what I mean?
Again, like Birdo, giving you a dirty suck.
Yeah, they take the tube out, and it's just like open for the rest of my life.
Oh no!
It flaps in the wind. Good breeze. Sounds like people are clapping.
Oh no!
Yeah, it stinks.
I bet it reeks. But that's the thing. Okay, so here's another Jacob Andrew Sharp shout out to healthcare workers. Thank you very much for everything you do. Because a lot of the job is piss and shit.
And blood.
And blood.
And vomit. And like just excretions.
Like bodily fluids that like... And that like... Because I think puke and shit, at least for me, are the grossest. Puke and poop, I can deal with blood. I can deal with blood. Pee, but I think on the top scale, it's poop and puke. Poop might be number one.
Yeah.
But puke is up there as well. Like,
I think blood is number 3, and then pee is 4.
4, yeah. Like, but like, and you don't, as a healthcare worker, you don't know when you're gonna have to do it, but you know that at some point in your career you're gonna have to deal with it, like a lot of it probably.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's the thing is, because you've been in a hospital bed, you've stayed overnight. You know when you have to like ding your bell or like call the nurse in.
Yeah.
How many times do you think they're like, "Fuck, I hope someone didn't shit the bed." Like,
I hope somebody didn't shit the bed. I hope
I hope someone isn't bleeding out. I hope someone didn't puke everywhere. Yeah. I couldn't imagine
walking into that
stress.
Room with just a bell and all the possibilities that there are.
Yep. And most of the time for me, it was just, can I have another ginger ale, please? I feel awful.
Yeah. Can I have gluten-free toast, please?
Yeah. Oh,
that's almost more depressing than ginger ale. I can't even have regular toast, or else I'll throw up. So I have to I have to specify. Can I have gluten-free toast? And when you make it, please wear gloves so that the regular toast isn't on there. Excuse me? I think that is worse than calling in and just bleeding out and having
you might as well have said, yeah, you might as well have said, can you just spit on my toast? Because as soon as you ask someone to wear gloves, they go, fuck you.
No, but that's the difference. In a hospital, they'll be like, oh, I understand.
Yeah.
But at a restaurant or something like that, like we know someone who like specifies stuff like that. And
is it you?
No.
No, I know.
When you specify things like that, I mean, there's going to be spit in your food.
At least once in your life, there's going to be someone who's like, and that's the thing too, is I've had long days working in a restaurant or working in a bar.
Yeah.
And I've come close based off of how rude people can be.
Me too.
And I'm aware of that. So when I'm in a restaurant, I go out of my way to be as polite as possible, knowing that is knowing that could happen. But there's some people who I don't think understand. Like, there are people handling your food and drinks. Yes. And you have the audacity to be like, that's not good. Or hi, where's our stuff? Like people are so rude at bars and restaurants.
I was also thinking at bars and restaurants, when you have like a customer come up to you and say like, "Hey, can you just check out the bathroom?" That could be puke, blood, piss, shit.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
That's the same. I think like I worked at Chipotle for like 2.5 years, and boy oh boy, Chipotle. First of all, people are eating in and then shitting and then leaving. And
yeah,
excuse me.
Chipotle isn't like it's not like traditional Mexican food. It's not traditional like you're not getting like actually traditional tacos and burritos, which I've had, and I sometimes have diarrhea because of it, because of spice or whatever.
Sure.
But Chipotle is a special kind of diarrhea.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a very unique thing that could happen. So I think that is one of the biggest dangers of working at Chipotle specifically, is knowing the type of diarrhea that people are going to have and knowing that it's going to happen probably immediately.
Yeah, and especially like when you're working at Chipotle and you see someone walk out of the bathroom and you go, "Oh, I'm going to have to clean under the lid." That's
like it went up. It went down and then up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in Costa Rica recently.
Yes.
And we've really gotten off track. We've really...
Who cares?
It's fine. But I was in Costa Rica recently, and we were on a resort, which isn't my favorite place. That's not my favorite thing to do on vacations. It's just...
Sure.
I don't love it, because of, whitewashing and all this stuff. You don't see the culture and all that. But so we were on this resort, and it was just filled to the brim with white folks from the States that are just not comfortable. I don't know what it is, but middle-aged people from the United States have no problem saying exactly how they feel and saying exactly what they're thinking.
But but they'll definitely say it if they're in another country. They'll definitely
exactly
like
they have no problem walking around and going, "It's hot."
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
That's why we're all here.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
If you went back to fucking Wisconsin, it's cold. Do you say that when you step outside into the middle of winter?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Probably do, because you're an idiot and you got nothing to talk about.
White people on vacation find anything to complain about.
Anything. They're not comfortable.
Yeah.
No one, if you're a middle-aged person going on vacation, you're a bit of a disaster, because nothing will make you happy or comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. You'll find a way to get a refund anywhere.
Exactly. So, knowing all that, we were in the buffet, which already...
Of course you were.
Yeah, because, we were in the buffet, and there's a bathroom in the buffet, and I have to go use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And then I came back with the soul drained out of me, because I said, I can't use the bathroom here, because someone missed.
Oh, good.
There was one toilet, and someone missed, and, missed by a lot. And it not only, and I hate to be I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be grotesque for a second, so skip ahead if you don't want to hear me you don't want to hear me be gross.
Sure.
There was tons of blood in that shit, and it was everywhere. They missed, and I went, uh-oh, someone got into some food that probably didn't sit well with them, and then they went to the toilet and missed. That's how much happened. So that's why cleaning under the seat, it reminded me of it, because not only did someone have to clean under the seat, they had to clean the tank, they had to clean the floors.
Shit and blood.
Shit and blood. That's the thing. And only because the white people show up at the resort and they want, can I have burger and fries with my pasta? And can I have pizza as well? And is there pop? Can I have a pop? And do you guys do pina coladas? Are those beans spicy? I don't do spiced very well. No shit, because you just missed.
Yeah.
No shit, you just missed the toilet. And you went back for burgers and fries?
Yeah.
I heard these burgers and fries are traditional Costa Rican food. It's
That's,
not.
It's
not.
It is.
Dude, white people on vacation, we're a fucking nightmare. We're a fucking nightmare. It should be illegal for white people to go anywhere. It should.
I went to Paris when I was younger. Quick story. I went to Paris and London when I was younger. And you're probably like, Jake, you talk about not having money when you grew up. So how did you go to Paris and London? Ready for this? My mom and our house, the furnace blew up in our home.
Okay.
And soot was everywhere. The walls, these walls were all black. Everything was black. There was soot everywhere. Yeah. And it was fault of the furnace manufacturer. So they covered everything.
I would hope so.
Yeah, it wasn't us. And and they paid for everything. And they gave us, because the couch that we had was like a hand-me-down from
right
grandparents or whatever.
Yeah.
They gave us something like $1,500 for a couch.
Okay.
And to replace the couch. And we didn't want to replace the couch. So what we did was we had an extra mattress, and we sat on a mattress in in our living room. And then we went to Paris and London with the $1,500. And you're probably thinking, how did $1,500 pay for an entire trip to Paris and London for 10 days? Well, the swine flu had just hit, and we and I had already had it. So we
you
really
had swine flu?
Oh yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, would you look at that?
Month in the house. Didn't feel anything, but it was felt like a regular cold. Yeah.
So you've had it all. You've had swine flu. You've had COVID.
I've had COVID.
You've had Lyme disease. Holy moly.
Mono.
And then a furnace exploded in your house. Whoa.
Yeah. But then I got to go on an adventure. My mom was like,
we
could buy a shitty couch, or we could go to Paris and London and see if my 8-year-old has a will to live. So.
Yeah. Your mom's a savvy woman.
Yeah, it was a pretty,
I really like that.
It was really good.
It's a great move. And then for you as a kid, you're like, mattress in the living room. That sounds like a
That's
sleepover
so cool.
all the time.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I get to sleep and watch TV. Are you joking?
Yeah. Are you kidding?
God.
What are we gonna do next? Make a fort in the kitchen? This is so cool.
Seriously. Oh,
that's the best. So then you were in Paris and you had did you have a bad belly? Is that what's going on?
No, I had a bad stomach in Paris and London. Which almost ruined the trip. I'm not going to get into details, but when you're at like Monet's garden and you have to go.
Okay. And you're 8.
Right, and you can't hold it. And I have a beret on. Of course I do. And it's just a funny sight to see an 8-year-old.
I saw it right away. As soon as you said beret, I saw you in it right away, but being like in the hat, but holding your butt so you don't diarrhea.
Yeah, like waddling through the gift shop, looking like Ryan from High School Musical. Like I that's what I looked like. Sweater vest, like I really looked like a king.
And then when you found the toilet, you were like, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Yeah. Then I start dancing and singing.
Yeah. And Sharpay was the toilet. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, back to white people being in cool places and always fucking up. All I wanted was, this is before I got diagnosed with celiac. All I wanted was chicken tenders, and we didn't know how to say chicken tenders with fries. So my mom and I started going like this. And I should have realized that's spit in food type shit.
That is all the time.
That is me going, I didn't take the time to look up how to say chicken tenders and fries. and I'm going to now mimic chicken flapping. So,
which also I feel bad because at least in Canada, French is a second language. Or I think it's
yes.
a primary language now. I'm actually not sure. I think in Ontario it's considered like it's a first language. But so schools, everyone has to learn French. So at least I could have been like poulet, which is
Yes.
chicken.
Yeah.
But I don't think you guys don't take French at all. It's an elective in the States, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I was 8, so it was basically like in the States.
True.
At 8, we're learning like how to fucking tie our shoes. So
yeah, exactly. So you were it was not, there was no way it was happening.
We're learning our fine motor skills at 8 years old.
Yeah,
you guys are too advanced.
Motor skills. I don't know. That's too much credit for Canada. I wouldn't say advanced. I just would say that we had to take French. There's nothing advanced. I was not good. I was low bad. Very low bad.
I actually picked that part up.
Nice.
So I
Je m'appelle bad.
Je m'appelle poulet bad. Oh,
I'm a bad little chicken.
I'm a bad little chicken. This morning I had a doctor appointment.
Right. How'd that go?
So it wasn't really like a doctor appointment. I have like really bad allergies. The way that they described it to me when I first got allergy tested was that I'm allergic to everything besides cats and dogs, grass, trees, everything. And so I have to have like allergy shots where I inject myself with what I'm allergic to, and it builds up a resistance, an immunity, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I moved up. I moved in with Hannah, and I hadn't done my allergy shots for maybe 6 months. And then I had an allergy appointment today, and they said that now I have to. I also didn't have allergy shots because the doctor's office is 3 hours away from where I live now. So
right.
It was
and I'm sure the allergy shots aren't cheap. And
no, they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
And so I had the appointment today. I drove an hour from my childhood home, and I showed up, drove an hour. I showed up, and they said, we can't give you shots because you haven't had them in a while. So we're going to need you to come here once a week for the next 12 weeks. And so I was thinking that out, and it's 3 hours from where I live.
Yep.
And I'm just not going to do it.
That sucks, man.
12 weeks?
12 weeks, driving 3 hours, and I assume, and then just paying for these allergy shots.
So the allergy shots are usually covered except for when you get supplies, like the needles and the alcohol swabs and the stuff to throw away the needles. But it's still a pain in the ass because it's 3 hours to, 3 hours from, and then just doing it again the next week.
Oh, I thought it was 3 hours total. So no, 6 hours
6 hours, yeah.
Yeah, so, I would say no to that too. Unless they were like, if you don't get it, you'll die. Then I'd be like, okay, well, I'll think about it. But no.
I'm just gonna be super congested for.
That sucks.
And sneezy and rashy.
So is that like a very common thing that where because is this a specialty doctor or is this like?
Yeah, this is an immunologist, allergist type person. I think we're gonna try to figure out how to do it, but like, since it's starting to warm up, like I already feel like my body getting itchy. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, but we'll try to figure out how to do allergy shots where I live now, but it's a bad area with no specialists, so. We'll see. There's also options online that you can do it through, but they're not covered by insurance.
That's not great.
So for $300 a week, you can be treated.
You can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but
I'll do that.
for $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
That's
maybe they're looking for influencers who don't have that many followers, but a good majority of their followers also probably have allergies.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
hey, I'm sure I have some undiagnosed allergies because I don't fucking know. But I feel like allergies are the type of thing where for me at least, I push it off.
Me too.
If I'm stuffy, if I can't see, if I'm like not feeling good, I just go, I guess I'll just try to push through this until I'm better.
I guess that's life.
You know what's fucking crazy? I don't have a family doctor. I don't have a doctor for me. I have like my oncologist, and I have like the neurosurgeon that like Dr. Daz, who did all my surgeries and stuff, and like I text him every once in a while because he's really cool, and he's like, yeah, text me if you need anything. So like, and
but no primary care.
I don't have any, like, I can't. Did I talk about how I went to the hospital and I had basically a physical because I was pooping blood?
Yes, I
talked about that before. And so I didn't get a physical until I was 27, and it took cancer to get a physical. So I pushed stuff off like crazy. Like I've talked about this before. I didn't have a health card during cancer. Yep. I just got my health card. I just got it. So I should get a family doctor probably. I should get some sort of person that I go to every once in a while, and they're like, how you doing? Let's take a look at everything. All right, send you on your way. Because I'm sure I would find more stuff out about myself.
Yeah.
I just got a few months ago, so my psychiatrist just told me that I have ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots of stuff that I'm just like, oh, now that this has happened, I'm finding out more stuff, and I should probably lean into this stuff. Because never in my life was like, I need a doctor. I need to go do this. I was just thought I was fine. And if I wasn't fine, I would drink water and go to bed.
Yeah,
but that doesn't do anything sometimes.
No, seriously. And it's interesting what you think is your is a normal baseline for the human experience. Like when I was younger, I just thought like, okay, this makes sense. When I wake up, my knees hurt a lot, and my body hurts, and that's just what happens. And then throughout the day, it gets better as I loosen up. And then like my doctor was like, well, no, that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to you're 8 years old, and you should not immediately hurt.
No. But you turn that pain, you justify the pain. You justify it because you go, well, because you as an 8-year-old, you don't have is enough experience to even go, I have a disease or something wrong with me. You go, I guess everyone else must feel this way.
Yes.
Which for a lot of cases, maybe that is true, but for extreme cases, it's hard to go, I don't feel good, and I don't think anyone is really feeling what I'm feeling, or if they do, it's a niche market that feels kind of the way I do. But because I did that when I was having those headaches. I was like, I think I just pulled something working out. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, and I was a grown man. You were at least a kid, and you were like, my knees hurt, but I don't want to tell anybody. I was walking around being like, I think I have a migraine, and I'm a grown up, so I must have a migraine. Things are stressful. It's crazy to do that, but I think that, that'll always be a thing. Just if you're not feeling good, maybe go talk to somebody, because you never know.
Yeah, last night I couldn't fall asleep for like 3 hours because my something's up with my knees. I don't know what, but something's happening with them that I've got like sharp pains all over, and I've got a lot of like hardware in it, and I wonder if something moved. Both of them.
So do you have two metal plates
I have 2 metal plates, and then I have screws, and then I have cadaver cartilage. In both.
What's
of them.
that? What's cadaver cartilage?
Dead person. Meniscus.
Whoa. Okay. Interesting.
Really cool. like my the way that my surgeon described it was because it needs to be like an organ donor, whoever donated was letting donating their body to science or whatever, and my surgeon specifically said that we need a good clean motorcycle accident.
Right. And you say that all the time now.
Yeah.
That's just I love when doctors fuck around like that though. That's so nice. You need a good clean. And did you get one?
Yeah,
I obviously got the cartilage, but
yeah, I want to believe that it's exactly what he was hoping for, just a guy on a motorcycle with no helmet and
well,
just a quick and easy
thing, and send him on his way, and then you get some new knees.
Yeah, head's over there, body's over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Intact, beautiful.
Yes, a classic decapitation.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so my buddy can, walk around in his pretty cool shoes.
Walk around in my pretty cool shoes, and then still feel pain in my knees.
Yeah. Well, maybe they had Lyme too, and they have some bad knees. I don't know.
Oh, that would be.
Could you imagine?
They put something in me that makes me worse.
Yes, exactly. Like, well, I'm now an organ donor.
Yep.
And I'm very happy to do it, but I am worried that, like, if there is some sort of, if they harvest my organs after I die, if they're gonna tell them, like, just so you know, the guy's heart or whatever, like, they probably can't use my brain. That's nuts. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You can do a brain transplant, can you? I don't know.
I believe you can do partial. I don't quite know, but I don't.
Well, I'm sure they won't. They won't pick mine. They won't want mine. Mine's probably bottom of the barrel. Like, if we're running out of brains, we'll scrape whatever this guy's got left. But
sure.
I want to know. It must be weird when if they'll even accept mine. But if they do use it, and they'll tell them, like, just so you know, this guy had brain cancer. So
yeah.
So here's your new heart, but just be aware.
Yeah, just be aware that
he had brain cancer, and he was a bit of a goof about it. He didn't really take it seriously, so maybe that's why we are harvesting his organs. So I don't know.
That's true. They would look at our charts and just immediately say no.
Yeah, they would just go, none of this is good.
Yeah, we signed up to be an organ donor. But that's just for us, because we know that nobody's going to take it.
Exactly. It's just so I can feel like a decent person. But Lord knows, they're not taking any of this crap.
I was also thinking about this being drafted for war. And
yeah.
And so, because it's a topic of conversation in the States.
Right, yeah, of course.
People, because when you're 18... you have to sign something saying that you're ready to go to war.
That's crazy.
In the States, which I think is crazy. When I was 18 and I got something from the U.S. military in the mail saying that I needed to declare for the war or whatever, like, yeah, that's crazy. But I was also thinking, like, hey, I had a really bad childhood, but I'm not at least I'm not going to war.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the trade-off.
Oh, well, and Canada's never had a draft. I don't think. We could. I should maybe. People will fact check. I don't know. Yeah, but who cares? I don't think there's been a draft. But even thinking about going to war, goodness gracious, and I know that is a topic right now that it could it could happen, but like. Yeah, for me to even be like, to complain about anything, I just go, oh, well, thank God that's not happening. Then that's why I was so frustrated with the Freedom Convoy in Canada. Yeah. Because that was, that was happening right as this Ukraine stuff started happening. And then I remember hearing family members talk about wanting to move to Ukraine. I'm not joking. They wanted to move to Ukraine because there was no mask mandates and there was no COVID restrictions. And it was but they didn't know because they don't look at the news really. All they saw was no mask mandates, but
they don't look at reliable news.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. No, that's why they don't have the vaccine or anything, but
sure. They
were under the impression that they would move to the Ukraine, not understanding what the current political climate was. At that moment, the reason there's no mask mandates and the reason there's no COVID restrictions is because Russia declared war on them. Because they were invaded. So they have other things to kind of worry about. And then for you to come down to Toronto, come down to Ottawa, and try and shut down these cities because you want to go to a restaurant without a mask on, and you think that that's an invasion on your freedom, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you.
There's people's houses that are getting bombed. Mm-hmm. And you want to come down here in your Dodge Ram and complain?
Yeah.
You are like, I hate that shit. That is so bonkers. You think that you don't have freedom? You have a poster of the Prime Minister that with his face upside down, crossed out, and it says "fuck Trudeau." Now, I don't like Trudeau. I have no problem saying that. He's not my favorite prime minister, and he's done a lot of shady stuff. He's not for me. But let's say you did that in somewhere like Russia.
Sure. North Korea.
That doesn't happen. Yeah. You don't have that freedom.
Yeah.
You don't have the freedom to voice your opinion.
Fuck Putin.
You don't have the freedom to go down. Yes, fuck Putin. Going down to the like, I don't know what the term is. Going down to wherever Parliament building or wherever you're going, whatever government building you're gonna go, show your cool signs and honk your horn. You can't do that without being arrested or killed. Sorry. So if you want to talk about freedom, then why don't you, and I know that lots of people are saying this right now. If you want to talk about freedom, then go down there and go fight then.
Yeah.
Because and at least check your fucking privilege and get some perspective. Because like, actually, things are pretty okay.
Yeah, you're not being bombed.
You're a bunch of fucking white people that don't want to get the vaccine. Things are actually pretty okay for you.
Yeah. You're a bunch of Canadians in American cars, and
yes. It's just to I don't know, to use that word like that. It just frustrates me. But
yeah, people are great.
People are great. I think this was this episode is brought to you by white people. We don't like them, and I'm embarrassed to be one. But and let's just try to be better. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of trying to be better and help some people out, here's a couple questions.
Here's some questions that we can answer. So hopefully you enjoyed the first 50 minutes. Now here's the last 10 minutes where we try to help. I hope you like rambling, because here's some serious stuff.
I hope you like rambling about shit and piss and Birdo.
And foreskin and Birdo.
Yeah.
And my
we're here to help
anti-vax
now.
family. Yeah, we're here to help. Now we're taking it seriously for the last 10% of this.
Sure. So this question is from Shengay. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The question is, I know we must advocate for ourselves if we feel like something's wrong, but my question is how? I suspect something specific may be the problem, but I'm afraid of bringing it up to a doctor because of the reaction I might receive. Like, will they think I'm trying to do their job for them, or that I think I know better?
That is a really good question.
I agree. I think that's great.
I really, wow. Yeah, because the tough thing is, I think the hardest thing is first going, something's not right.
Yeah.
recognizing it and then vocalizing it, like whether you vocalize it to a partner, to a parent, to a friend, whatever it might be. That's the hardest part. But then you're right, the second hardest part is showing up at the doctor's or the hospital and saying something isn't right.
Yeah.
I think if your doctor or your health care professional or your nurse or whatever, if they get mad at you for suggesting something, they're not good at their job.
Yeah.
There should be, I think there should be that shouldn't feel like a personal attack when the patient suggests what they might think is wrong.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think that and this isn't saying that, like, what I'm saying is have the confidence that your doctor will hear you out. Hopefully,
right.
I
That's
give them
one.
the benefit. That's the step one is, hopefully have the confidence and give them the benefit of the doubt that they will hear you out. And, because for the most part, they will listen. But also just be ready, like, like anything, prepare yourself to hear anything and to have questions and to answer with good responses and be honest. Like when people are like, with something as simple like, how much does this hurt? On a scale of 1 to 10, be honest.
Yes.
You have to be 100% honest. Don't play things down. Be 100 as honest as you can be, because that's the only way that they can help you. Because at the end of the day, your doctor or nurse or healthcare professional should want to help you. That's the point of all this. That's their job. But you have to help them with being honest about how you're feeling and what's going on. Because
I agree with that too. I think like. And that's not saying that all doctors will be open to you knowing yourself. But that's how you know that you need a new doctor, or you need to see a specialist, or you need to try different things. The only way that I felt better was that I tried different things, and I got over the worrying about them. And I did this a lot, and I still do this sometimes, where I worry and I want to make the doctor feel like they are doing their job right, or making them feel validated. But that's not.
They don't need that, because they well, not only do they have like certificates and degrees and like a career, but they. I don't, and I'm sure there's some days for doctors that aren't great or whatever, and it's hard to feel good every day, but they don't need the recognition of the patient saying, hey, you're doing a good job. They are trying to do a good job regardless of what the patient thinks. But that's where that fear comes in, because you've had doctors turn you away.
Oh yeah.
I had to go to the ER 3 times until they found my tumor. So that's the other thing. So I know exactly what that fear is, of saying, well, they told me I didn't have this, so I must not. And then so then that's another, I think, part of where that fear comes from, is because you trust them too. But as much as they could be right or wrong, there is human error when it comes to health.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's just part of the thing, and it really sucks, but there's nothing that they can really do about it. So trust them, but also you have to trust your doctor or whoever, but you have to trust yourself a little bit more, because at the end of the day, you're the person feeling what you feel, and if something still doesn't feel right, whether someone has told you you're right or wrong, how you feel.
Yeah.
So vocalize that, and at the end of the day, I would rather hurt someone's feelings if it meant that I get to live a day longer.
Sure.
Because some people are wrong, and doctors will admit it. They have no problem admitting when they're wrong. At least they should.
Yeah.
Because it happens. So if it means you feeling better, don't feel bad, because the number one thing is that you feel better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Sorry for rambling, but
no, you're all good. This question, okay. This question is from Sarah. And I think this is more of a personal question, but it is how to deal with the fact that you're never getting better when no one else in your life will ever acknowledge that as a possibility. I know that I have had experience with this where in my head I'm like, this is how life is going to be and nothing will ever get better, and everybody around me wants me to be positive and look on the bright side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do this with people I know, and I am sometimes very over positive to try to distract from the fact that I'm really worried. But I think that sort of if there is a 0% chance, genuinely a 0% chance of you ever getting better, then that's something that you need to talk to the people in your life about, right? Because you don't need to feed this facade that they're supporting. And you can always, I think it's very important to keep a positive mindset in situations like this, but also for most of my life have pushed away all the negative thoughts, so that I don't deal with it, and there's no feeling or sadness or anything. Mm-hmm. And so I think that sort of acknowledging that and saying, just sitting down and being like, hey, this is how I feel, and I want some sort of validation that like this will not get better. Validation of a horrible experience instead of people saying that it's okay.
Right. And I think to a certain degree, and I agree with 100% what you just said, Jake, and I'm just going to add on top of it, it's up to you as the person who's sick until a certain point. You can only be as positive as you want to be. As much as people, try to help and try to project that positivity or that everything's okay, you can only accept so much of that before you have to be honest and go, yes, I'm trying to be positive. I understand that that's important, but I'm scared. There's a good chance things aren't going well. And I think I'm going to speak now to the people who know someone who's sick. Yes, illnesses affect everybody. Yes, whoever you are, whether you're a parent, a partner, a friend, whatever, it sucks. It affects everybody. But listen. You have to listen to what the person is going through and how they feel. Whenever someone says, I'm going to die, I'm scared I'm going to die, do not say, no, you're not. Right. Do not. This is a legitimate fear, and they've been told by doctors that whether it's a 50% chance, a 60% chance, a 0% chance, no matter what, the fear exists, and you have to listen. So, yes, be positive, but also be realistic with the person who is sick. Yeah. Because they have to be realistic. Because the fact of the matter is that they're scared. They know the reality. They're living in their body. They're living that life. They've been told, not you. Yeah. You weren't told that you're going to die. That person was told. So be real with them, because they probably need that more than anybody. They don't need to hear that everything's okay. They need to hear that, yes, that's going to happen, and I hear you, and I'm sorry, but I'm here to help with whatever I can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's not as simple as everything's going to be okay, because it's not.
Yeah. And that's okay to accept. Once you accept that, then it's really
exactly
important.
And it's not the person's fault if they're scared.
Yeah.
They don't need to be corrected.
Yeah.
Anyone who gets sick, at some point, you can be the most positive person in the world, and at least for me, I was trying really hard to be positive, but I was scared the whole time. Yeah. Scared shitless. I still am scared shitless every day, because I could not wake up. Because it could just it's something, I think, and it's obviously a part of the human experience. No one wants to talk about death, even though it's inevitable. But I don't know, be real, be realistic, and let the sick person tell you how they feel, and don't let anyone try to shelter your fear, because that's your fear and that's your experience, and you should be welcome to express that and not worry about how anyone else is going to feel, because this is your experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's for that. Whoever asked that,
Sarah.
So and the positivity can be really frustrating, and it's hard to explain, because at the end of the day, I know people are just trying.
Yeah.
Whether it's your family or whoever. The camera went off. It doesn't matter. I know people are trying, but at the end of the day, as much as you're scared that you might lose somebody, that person is scared that they might lose everything. So
yeah,
just be a little sensitive towards that. Don't project your fears. Listen to theirs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that was perfectly said. And we went from shit in our blood, shit in our blood. Oh my God.
Shit in our blood.
Blood in our shit.
And the tips of our penises to that. So
yeah. So we'll always bring it around. We'll always
bring it around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got shit in your blood, talk about it. It's fine. We all poop. We all die. Just get over it and let's talk about it, because it's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and I want to try to figure out. I don't know how to do this or how soon, but I do want to have a place where we can all talk and and talk about.
We'll try to figure out a Discord or something that we can monitor and make a safe place for people to talk about stuff, because in a safe space, because I get pretty heated about stuff. So
yeah, absolutely,
and it's emotional. So I just thank you for the good questions, guys. That was those were two really, really good questions.
Yeah, they were great.
We're gonna try and keep getting through them. So
yeah, we've only got 37 more questions that are just as good. So
I bet there's. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if I grossed anyone out.
No, it was great. This was a good episode. Episode 4,
episode, guys. Episode 4. Jake's knees. Ouch.
Jake's knees. See ya.
And I look like a penis with a face, and that's okay.
And your penis has a face.
My penis does have a face, and that was the weirdest side effect of chemo. Was my penis growing a face. Weird. And he was like, "Hey, what's the big idea?" Really what he said was, "What's the small idea?"
Yeah, me. Yeah.
Me. That's the way it goes. But how you feeling, Jake? You okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Me
too. I think I needed this today.
Yeah, me too. I think this is great. I look forward to this every week.
Me too. Well, and don't forget, guys. It's all in your head.
It's all in your head.
It's all in your head. You're a wackadoodle. It's all in your head. All right. I love you, buddy. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.